For 50,000 years, silence ruled the human universe. Once a place of unmatched brilliance and ambition, it had become a forbidden zone across the galaxy. No ship entered. No signal escaped. Those who lived beyond the stars told stories of the humans, how they had risen fast, burned brighter than anyone, and then vanished, leaving behind only ruins and warnings. Yet the legends never faded. Some said the humans had destroyed themselves. Others whispered they had left willingly, stepping beyond the known dimensions. But there were a few who believed something else, that the humans had never truly gone, only waiting for the right moment to return. On a quiet moon near the border of the Forbidden Expanse, a small exploration team from the Syrian collective had gathered. Their leader, a calm and cautious captain named Laren, stood at the viewport of their vessel, the Voyager 9. The black void beyond shimmered faintly with strange light. In that darkness lay the human universe, sealed for 50 millennia. Laren had read every fragment of the old archives. The last human transmission was brief. It carried no coordinates, no plea for help. Only one message: do not follow. But curiosity was stronger than fear. The galaxy had changed over the ages, and with it came a new arrogance. The Syrian scientists believed the old human stories were myths exaggerated over time. Laren was not so sure, yet his orders were clear: enter the human universe and gather evidence of what happened. The moment their ship crossed the boundary, every system flickered. Energy readings spiked. The crew gasped as the stars around them shifted in color, forming patterns that did not exist in their charts. A quiet hum filled the ship's hull, as if the universe itself had just awakened. The navigator, a young officer named Dalen, whispered, "It's like the place remembers us being here." Laren replied softly, "It remembers them." They moved forward. Vast structures floated across the emptiness, city-sized machines that once harvested the light of stars. Massive rings drifted near dead suns, monuments of human design, elegant and purposeful, now abandoned. Each structure told a silent story of power and tragedy. Inside one such ruin, the team discovered signs of life, faint signals buried beneath layers of interference. They sent probes, but every probe malfunctioned near the signal source. It was as if something intelligent was blocking them. Hours passed before Dalen turned from his console. "Captain, I think it's not interference. It's communication, a kind of code we can't translate." Laren leaned closer. The data screen displayed rhythmic pulses, almost musical, the pattern repeated with precision. It was not random. "Record it. No response transmissions. We observe only." But the signal changed suddenly. It began to echo their own heartbeat sensors, syncing perfectly with each crew member aboard. The temperature inside the ship dropped. The lights dimmed. Then came a voice. "Calm, old and human. You came despite the warning." Every head turned toward the main display where the signal visualized itself into light. The crew stood frozen. The voice spoke again. "For 50,000 years, no one entered this place. We thought the galaxy had learned. But you are curious, as we once were." Laren swallowed hard. "Who are you?" The light pulsed gently. "The memory of humanity. We remain not as flesh, but as echo. This universe is our tomb and our promise." The crew exchanged fearful looks. They had expected ruins, not a sentient presence. Laren steadied himself. "We mean no harm. We seek only knowledge. The galaxy has forgotten what happened here." The voice paused, almost as if it were weighing the truth in his words. "You wish to know what was lost. Then listen." The lights within the ship faded completely. A vision unfolded before them. Not a dream, but a living record. They saw humanity at its height. Cities floating among the stars, worlds glowing with life and innovation, human fleets traveling faster than light, spreading across galaxies not for conquest but for exploration. Their technology had reached the edge of the possible. But with every discovery, they had disturbed the balance of existence itself. One experiment changed everything. It was called the Event Horizon Project, a plan to open a permanent bridge between universes. It worked for a moment, and then reality cracked. The energy tore through dimensions, collapsing thousands of colonies and twisting space into chaos. Billions vanished in an instant. The humans sealed the rift from within, cutting themselves off forever to save the rest of existence. The vision ended. Silence filled the ship again. The voice spoke softly. "We remained to ensure no one else would repeat our mistake. Every attempt to breach this space has been watched. Every signal recorded. You have entered not just a lost realm, but a grave of sacrifice, Dalen whispered, trembling. They saved us all. Laren's heart pounded. If you still exist here. Does that mean humanity survived? The light dimmed as if fading into sorrow. We exist as memory, bound to the echo of our creation. Humanity as you knew it no longer walks among the stars, but the choice they made echoes in you. Laren frowned. In us? Yes, the galaxy grew from their legacy. Every world that rises now carries a spark they left behind. You are proof of what they hoped for, that others would live, learn, and not repeat their errors. The ship trembled. Alarms blared. Outside, the void began to twist again. Streams of white light formed around the vessel, curling like living storms. The voice continued. You must leave. The seal weakens with every intrusion. Your presence stirs the ancient energy. But we could study it. Dalen started. Laren cut him off. Prepare for retreat. Now. As they turned the ship, the navigation systems failed. The gravitational field was pulling them inward. A colossal structure emerged ahead. A sphere larger than a planet covered in human symbols. It pulsed slowly like a heart. Laren shouted, "Reverse engines!" The engines roared but barely held. The sphere opened slightly, revealing a radiant core. Within its shapes appeared millions of ships arranged in formation, dormant but intact. The sleeping fleet, Dalen whispered. They're still here. The human voice spoke again, now firmer. Do not wake them. They guard what remains. They are not weapons now, they are memory given form. Laren stared in awe. Why show us this? So you remember? So the galaxy remembers. For 50,000 years, silence kept you safe. But silence cannot last forever. Others will come, and they will not listen as you did. The voice began to fade. Tell them this, what was lost should not be taken again. The humans chose to disappear so others could exist. Honor that choice. Then everything went white. When the light cleared, the Voyager 9 drifted outside the boundary of the human universe. Every system was restored. The coordinates they had traveled through were erased from their logs. Only one file remained, an encrypted message of light repeating endlessly. The crew gathered around it. The message was simple. Remember us not for what we built, but for what we saved. Laren looked at his crew. No one spoke. The silence felt heavier than before, but it carried meaning. Days later, when they returned to their homeworld, the Syrian Council dismissed most of their report as myth. They said it was impossible for human consciousness to survive for 50,000 years. They ordered the data sealed, claiming it could cause panic or false hope, but Laren kept a copy hidden in the ship's archive. Some nights, when he looked at the stars, he felt as if something beyond them was watching, silent, patient, proud. Across the galaxy, whispers began again. Explorers spoke of strange lights near the forbidden border. Unmanned probes vanished without a trace. Some swore they heard a distant hum, like a song carried through time. The galaxy did not know it yet, but the human universe was stirring. The silence that had lasted 50,000 years was not eternal. It was waiting for the day when someone would understand what humanity truly left behind, not just ruins or relics, but a legacy written in the very structure of existence. And when that day came, the galaxy would face the same choice the humans once faced, curiosity or caution, creation or destruction. Laren knew one thing for certain. The humans were not gone. Not really. Their universe was alive, watching, teaching, guarding. He whispered the words engraved on the message one last time. They knew what was lost. And deep within the silent stars, a faint light pulsed back, acknowledging, remembering, waiting for the next chapter of the story that had never truly ended.